Attention Commanders Nation. The future of the franchise is on the line right now. An explosive receiver with 7 Pro Bowls is about to join a rookie QB with MVP potential, while our front office is considering sacrificing picks to win immediately. At the same time, a defensive monster from South Carolina with unreal numbers could be our next first-round pick. If he's still available when it's our turn, and most urgent, the revolution in our secondary with a master plan that includes a Super Bowl champion and our surprising 2024 rookie. This combination could be our last chance to dominate the NFC East. Are you going to miss out? Subscribe now. An elite receiver with 7 Pro Bowl appearances coming to Washington? I'm telling you, this isn't a Madden fantasy. This is on the table right now. We're talking about Tyreek Hill, folks, one of the most explosive players in the entire league. Bleacher Report just dropped a proposal that's got the entire fan base going crazy. The Commanders would send their second-round pick, number 61, and a sixth-round pick, number 206, to the Dolphins in exchange for Tyreek Hill and a seventh-round pick. I think this move makes all the sense in the world. Think about it. When are we going to have another opportunity like this? Jaden Daniels is just in his second year of his rookie contract. We have $26.3 million in cap space. We already brought Deebo Samuel from San Francisco. Now I ask you, shouldn't we maximize this window of opportunity before we have to pay our quarterback? The combination of Terry McLaurin and Tyreek Hill will be simply devastating for any NFL secondary. Both can attack all 3 levels of the field, but no one, and I repeat, nitrogen monoxide 1 has Hill's speed on the outside. With Hill on the team, Daniels could launch deep bombs that would break the backs of our rivals in close games. And if I tell you that this move could define the new era of Commanders football, I think the front office is showing a clear commitment to compete now. It's time to surround Daniels with elite talent, and Hill could be the final piece we need. Now, I ask you, would you be willing to sacrifice those draft picks for a player like Hill? Or do you prefer to keep those picks and look for young talent? The 2025 draft is quickly approaching, and there's one name that's making waves in all the mock drafts related to Washington: Nick Emenwari, the safety from South Carolina. And let me tell you, this guy isn't just any prospect. As we all know, we lost Jeremy Chin in free agency when he signed with the Raiders. Yes, we brought in Will Harris on a 2-year deal. But let's be honest, is that really the long-term solution we need? I think not. Field Yates from ESPN projects that the Commanders will select Emenwari with the 29th overall pick. And there's a very clear reason for this. This guy is a physical phenomenon like few we've seen. He stands 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighs 220 pounds, and still ran an impressive 4.38 in a 40-yard dash during the combine. And that's not all. He also recorded a 43-inch vertical jump. These are elite numbers for any safety prospect, regardless of size. Last season, he racked up 90 tackles, 19 defensive stops, 4 interceptions, and 3 passes. Defended while allowing only 200 receiving yards and 0 touchdowns. He received an overall grade of 79.6 from Pro Football Focus. Now, I ask you, doesn't that sound like exactly what we need? Emenwari plays as fast as his combine tests indicate. This elite speed allows him to fly around the field like a missile and punish ball carriers. It makes him a dominant force in run support. Yes, he might have some limitations in zone schemes, but that can be developed. He compensates with his ball skills and man-to-man coverage ability. He also has a notable athletic advantage when facing tight ends. Dan Quinn could use Emenwari as a chess piece in defensive packages. He will be a nightmare for opposing offenses. The real question is, will he be available when it's our turn to pick? I think if he's there, we can't pass up this opportunity. Now I ask you, should we even consider trading up in the draft to ensure we get Emenwari? The cornerback position has been a headache for the Commanders for years, but it finally seems like we're finding solutions. Dan Quinn has just clarified how he plans to use one of our most promising young players along with a veteran acquisition. And this could completely change our secondary. As you remember, we acquired Marshon Lattimore in a trade with the Saints before the deadline. Although he didn't immediately perform, that was mainly due to a hamstring injury. We also re-signed Noah Igbinoghene after his impressive 2024, but the real gem was Mike Sainristil, our second-round pick from last year. Originally seen as a slot specialist from Michigan, we had to move him outside when Benjamin S.D. Just, Michael, Davis, and Emmanuel Forbes Jr. struggled to make an impact. And surprisingly, Sainristil flourished in that position. Now Quinn has revealed that they plan to use the newcomer Jonathan Jones, a two-time Super Bowl winner, primarily in the nickel. This is the clearest sign yet that the Commanders feel comfortable leaving Sainristil on the outside to see if he can continue to develop with a full preseason in that position. As Quinn said, "I'd say we're probably a bit more inside than outside, but that's where I am today." But knowing he has the flexibility, he and a couple of guys will probably play in both spots. It provides some insurance when you can move guys to different locations. So we'll do that with him too. Everything indicates that the Commanders will deploy Lattimore and Sainristil as their outside coverage duo. Jones will go to the slot, with Igbinoghene as the number 4 option. I think that's not a bad quartet to count on. With the promise of more to come, continuity is key. Sainristil showed he could cover anyone last season. He might not win every matchup, but he'll approach each play with the same mentality and never back down from a challenge. And when you look at Lattimore's competitive spirit, it's the fire and athleticism that has been sorely missing from Washington's cornerback unit during the Ron Rivera era. This is interchangeable depending on the opponent. Jones has the tools to play outside. We all saw how impactful Sainristil was as a nickel in college and during his early stint with the Commanders. Having this flexibility will make a significant difference against some standout passing attacks on Washington's 2025. Schedule. Now, I ask you, is this the best combination of cornerbacks Washington has had in the last decade? This is a pivotal moment for our franchise. With a potential trade for Tyreek Hill that could transform our offense, a draft prospect who could be our safety of the future, and a secondary that's finally taking shape under Quinn's direction, what more could we ask for? I want you to tell me in the comments what move excites you the most: the potential trade for Hill, drafting Emenwari, or seeing how our secondary develops with Sainristil and Lattimore. And if you're not yet part of this Commanders community, what are you waiting for? We're more than a channel. We're a family that shares a passion for this team. Hit the subscribe button right now, activate the notification bell, and don't miss any of our exclusive updates on the Commanders. And remember, hail to the Redskins!